Yo, what's up you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to share my experience with you guys that I've had with these signal reviews and what the plans are moving forward from where we are today. So I'll give it to you from both a consumer's perspective and from the provider's perspective, right? So when I started this channel, when I started providing this content a couple of months ago, right? The plan was to spread awareness around signal providers, but also basically give people try to find people an alternative, right? If there's one thing that I've learned over creating these videos is that people do struggle to take constructive criticism in this country in particular. And one thing I have come up with, that every time I would do a review, I would get, people would start threatening you. And this is now from a provider's perspective, right? You'll get threats. You'll get people like, yeah, but my signals are not that bad. And you get people who just cannot take constructive criticism, right? Now, this comes after I've spent a lot of money creating the content, time to sit down and put the content together. Then I put it on YouTube and then it gets viewed. It doesn't even get viewed enough in order for me to get paid back the money that I've spent. But then I need to deal with the negative kind that comes from the supplier. Now we're going to get to the consumer very soon, right? And one thing I've realized is that it is pointless to spend so much time and energy into providing you guys with more people who can't trade as opposed to people who can trade. So I'll tell you guys what the plans are moving forward, right? So over the couple of months, I've received some very bad things, right, from these providers, right? And it opened my eyes to see that there's really nothing protecting consumers in this regard, right? Because why most of the time you find that, a lot of these people, they get away with the things that they are doing, and it's been months over months now, right? So instead of investing my time, my money and my energy into reviewing traders from South Africa who most of the time can't trade and then get upset because you paid for the service and you just done a review on the product, I'm no longer going to do it. I will no longer be spending any more money in anybody who lives in South Africa. In fact, who's a trader. The only time I will review any trader in South Africa is when they reach out to me. We've come to a mutual agreement. They are using a stop loss. Then I don't mind doing the review. Most of the times I pay to get into a signal group, and then you find out there's no stop loss. It is a waste of money. I recently hired a full-time video editor. That is expensive. Now think about it in this way. If I have to spend money on people that whose signals are not that good, people enjoy the entertainment, but at the end of the day, that's not the complete purpose of this. So I'll be spending a lot of time looking elsewhere to get you guys some good traders, and to get you guys some people who can actually trade, who can provide good results, who's got a good platform, who's got a good structure, who's capable of providing you with maybe better results. I'll be doing a lot more research to find traders outside of South Africa. We can go to any other country in Africa, but South Africa for me is a place where people cannot take constructive criticism, and they're willing to go to the ends of the world to protect their business that they have, right? So I will be spending a lot of my time, I'll be spending a lot of my effort looking for people who can trade. If you're in South Africa, I will not be paying anybody for any signal group. You can reach out to me to have your work reviewed, and that's it. But I'm not going to pay any more money. I would rather pay a signal group that is in the US 1,000, 2,000 Rand to get good results and have you guys look at it and then go with it, knowing that these guys will not make a reply video. They will not come into the comment section because most of them don't make a living off selling just signals, right? So that is what I'm going to do moving forward. So starting today, in fact, there's probably still 1 or 2 videos of South African traders that still needs to go out, but these were people who requested it, right? But from here onwards, I will be reviewing prop firms, brokers, and traders. But the traders, I will not focus on any traders in South Africa. Brokers, I do not want to look at brokers from South Africa. And then prop firms, I will look at prop firms from South Africa and outside of South Africa. The reason why I say that is, it is South Africa, although I live here, is a difficult, slippery slope where you can be held accountable just for saying something based off your own personal opinion, if that makes any sense. So I just wanted to give you guys an update. I think we had a lot of fun with reviewing South African traders. I think it was fun while it lasted, but I'm not going to spend any more money or any more time on any of these guys any longer. In fact, my main focus now will be to bring you guys content of people who can actually trade. But that means I need to find people who can trade. So I've got a friend of mine that's in the States. He is going to provide me some names of people who he knows is actually good traders. And then I'll look into that and I'll give you guys more content based off that. So yeah, that's about it. So I just wanted to inform you guys about that, because why, you will see that a lot of the content coming through now will be less South Africans. In fact, there might be none unless they requested, they've reached out to me in order to do that, right? That's the first part. Now we go over to the consumer part, right? A lot of times I read through the comment section where people will go, yo, you know, that I'm doing the content because YouTube pays me, which YouTube has paid me 1,900 over the past 2 years per month that I've had this channel. I just hired a full-time video editor that I've paid a 1 month's salary with for that has cost me probably 3 or 4 times the amount of money that YouTube, no, in fact that it's probably cost me more than what YouTube had paid me for the whole duration of last year in a single month that I needed to pay him, right? So we have a shifting mindset here as well. So, and that is also some consumers in South Africa, they do not want to see the light, even if you give them the factual information. If you give them, even if you give them the proof, they still feel like, no, this can't be, it can't be like that. So apart from that, I think we've got enough data in order to establish who can and who can't trade. But I think South Africa doing these reviews becomes very negative. Not negative in a sense where the results are negative, but these guys, they become negative because of it. So yeah, that's it. I regret wasting my money on anybody in this country whose signals I reviewed, because I do feel like people cannot take constructive criticism. But we've now also established who can trade and who can't trade out of the big guys in this country. But other than that, I do think that if you honestly did not make a living through selling signals, I don't think you'd be bothered that much by the fact that I reviewed your signals, now would you? Any case, so that's about it, right? Thank you for your time, and as always, cheers for the ears.